trying to get your parents to stop smoking, drinking, or any other bad habits? In this video, I'll show you how when I was a kid, I was able to accomplish one of those things. Hey guys, my name is Andrew. You can call me Uncle Druzy. I grew up in an abusive family. My parents fought very often, and I was a loner growing up, only child, and didn't have very many friends. So I had to figure out a lot of things out by myself. If you can relate to me, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming out with new content every week on how I survived childhood and what I learned from it growing up. When I was a kid, my parents, they both smoke. My dad, he stopped smoking by himself because he realized it was not good for his health. However, my mom, she still smoked very often. So when I was in grade school, I had these deputy sheriffs and paramedics stop by our classes and instruct us on smoking, drinking, and drugs. The side effects, the dangers, whole 9 yards. They actually took this machine out with a bulb, right? And when you squeeze the bulb, it like smokes the cigarette. And through this tube, stuck on this piece of white paper, so everything that came out of the cigarette was on that paper. It was disgusting. It was a bunch of brown, tar and nicotine and all that stuff. I was shocked because coming from Taiwan, they don't teach us none of that stuff. And I am 100% sure that my parents didn't know about this. I asked the sheriff for it, and I took that piece of paper home and showed it to my mom. Showed her evidence. This is what you put in your body. You smoke like 3 cigarettes a day. Can you imagine like how much tar and nicotine and gunk is in your lungs? And she looked at it, she was like, wow, like she had no idea, right? Like she was concerned. And she's like, okay, I'll try. I know you love me, blah, blah, blah. Days passed, weeks passed, she's still smoking. So I felt like I had to take things into my own hands. And so I started to hide her lighters. She would purchase a few lighters and place it all over the place. So if she can't find the lighter I took away, she was able to get one somewhere else. From that, I decided to take her cigarette box, right, a whole pack of cigarettes from her purse and throw it in the trash. She would just find it in a trash can, pick it up and put it back in her purse. So what I would do next is I took the cigarettes out of the box. I took a few out of the box and just threw it away. Threw away here and a couple here in this trash can, a couple there in that trash can. And I probably leave 2 cigarettes in her pack. And the next day I would look in the trash can and the cigarettes were gone. And I was shocked. I was like, man, when you're young, at least I was taught that trash can was the dirtiest thing. And for my mom to pick up the cigarettes, put it back in her box, it was disgusting, right? I can't believe that's how bad she wanted it. She was putting up with it because she knows I was concerned about her. It's like genuine concern, and that I loved her so much that I would do such a thing for her health. One day, since she was like picking up everything from the trash, I just started getting her cigarettes. Whenever I find it, I break it in half and I throw it inside the disposal outside, like the big garbage bins. And no, she wouldn't pick those up. It's just disgusting in there. That's when I think I crossed the line with her, and she's like, hey, you can't be doing that. Cigarettes is a lot of money. I can't just quit one day. It's gonna take time, right? And that's when I decided to just stop for the moment and give her some time. So I give her some time, few weeks turned to months. She's still smoking her cigarettes every day. I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna smoke one myself. So I took a cigarette, and I know she was in the house, right? So I didn't just went and smoked it in her face. I just went to the backyard, but knowing that she's gonna come out of the house to ask for me or whatever, right? I wanted her to discover that I'm doing it and see how that made her feel. So I was in the backyard and I lit a cigarette, and then she caught me. She's like, what are you doing? You don't like that stuff. And I told her, well, I just want to try it, see if it's as good as you're portraying it to be, and to see how it feels for you to see me smoke. And after she saw that was when she slowed down her smoking dramatically. It took her just a couple of days, but she was able to stop, completely quit cold turkey. So just to recap, here are the 3 steps that I took. And you have to take all 3 steps. You cannot just skip from step 1 to step 3 because it's a long process that will get them to open up. One is to be very convincing of the effects, the side effects, the dangers, the health concerns of whatever substance they're using, and let them know that you love them. And that's why you don't want them to do it, because you want to be with them for a very long time. You gotta make sure. And they have to be convinced, like, oh, they understand. But if they just like blow it off, like, oh, you know, that's just gibberish, then I'm not sure if you should take 2 or 3, because they won't be convinced. And step 2 is try to control their environment. If they have like a 6-pack of beer, you know, take away 2. Or if they have a pack of cigarettes, they smoke a pack a day. You take out 5 cigarettes, they only have 15. So they're using it less, right? They're drinking less, using less cigarettes. Now you have to do that for a while for them to feel that you're really concerned about them. You're trying everything to slow them down. Once you figure out that you really cannot slow them down, or when they just like say, hey, you need to stop doing that, that's when you go to step number 3. Make sure that they're around when you do this, that they catch you doing it. Right? You don't want to just be right in front of them and puff a cigarette. You gotta make it look like you're not really trying to make a point. You want to do it by yourself, alone. They caught you. So once they catch you doing it, the first thing they'll think about is, why would he do it? He said it's so bad and everything. Why would he do it himself? The second thing they'll think about is, I can't tell him not to do it because I do it myself. I can't be a hypocrite. How can I set an example for him so he can stop doing it? For you being young, it's an actual advantage because they would want to change for you as soon as possible. Like an alarm goes off their head, like, oh man, like I really messed up. They gotta take action immediately. So if you enjoyed this video, if it worked for you, please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. If you have any issues that you're dealing with as a kid, please leave a comment below, and if I can help you out, I'll make a video out of it. Take care, guys, and God bless you guys.